Good morning, guys. We're here at the Motorcycle Live Show. We are the first ones here. Let's have a look around. Let's see what the show's all about. So, Matt, nice to see you. We're here at the Arenacross stand at the NEC. Just tell us a bit about it. What are you doing here today?
Well, we are part of the furniture of Motorcycle Live. We've been putting on FMX shows and similar pretty much every single motorcycle has since the dawn of time, I think. And this year we have got four of the best FMXers, Dan Whitby, Samson Eaton, Aaron Powley, Brody Nibbs, and two of the very world's best moto trials riders, Jack Price and James DeBille. And they are putting on like quite a mental show. So it's the usual craziness from the FMXers, going upside down, round and round, letting go of their bikes in all manner of weird shapes up in the skies, risking life and limb. And then these two trials riders of ours, bit of racing trials action, probably not very much like trials exists out in the real world of trials, but super entertaining, gets the crowd involved, and it is always just an awesome show. And obviously, being a Motorcycle Live, it's a fairly appreciative, discerning crowd because they're into their bikes already.
No, definitely. Yeah, I've had the privilege of seeing the show live. It is fantastic. It really is. It's full of adrenaline. It's full of energy. It's exactly what you want from any sort of motorbike show. And of course, you're from the Arenacross side of things. So tell us a bit more about the Arenacross.
Well, yeah, when you come to see this show, it's just a tiniest little taster of what you can come to expect at Arenacross, which is the fastest MX racers in the world, alongside some of the best freestyle motocrossers, all in the UK's biggest arenas. So this year we are going to the SSE Arena Belfast. To start things off, we'll be here at Resorts World Arena, the one that sits within amongst the NEC halls, and then we round things off in Wembley, and we're 2 nights at each. And year on year the racing just gets more mental. Like, I love FMX because I do a lot of it, we do the shows all the time, but I love the racing just as much. Those guys are absolutely mental, like seriously mental, in terms of this non-contact sport having so much contact and so much overlapping of elbows and bars mid-air and into turns and into the first corner. It's gnarly as anything, and it is on the edge of your seat stuff the entire night, from the pros as well as all the other classes. We've got the youngsters, like the wee nippers and the diddly little pit bikes, and then we move up through the grades, through the guys on the slightly bigger bikes. A mixture of 2-stroke and 4-stroke was a really awesome mix last year as well, which was cool for those hardcore old school 2-stroke fans too. So there is always something for absolutely every single fan of bike riding, but also for those non-bike riding fans as well. Like my wife, she's one of those, not into bikes, loves Arenacross, absolutely blows her mind.
That's it, so there really is something for everything.
Oh man, yeah, it's like the best evening of entertainment for your family. You've got to come along. Yes, it's noisy, but that's all it's all about. Get some headphones on if you've got some little nippers with you, and they will love it. And potentially be wanting to ride a bike once they're done after that. Not potentially, very likely.
I mean, I've seen it today. We've got the 2 setups down here, which is for the youngsters to get involved and their first real taste of bikes, MX bikes, whatever it may be, to get them on 2 wheels. Is that something you've started this year? Or?
We've done this for the past 2 years now at all of the shows we do. So not at Arenacross, there's not enough room to have another little track, but here at Motorcycle Live we've done it the past 2 years. And then our other shows like Goodwood Festival of Speed, where we have an action sports show. We have 3 tracks there, and lots of different size bikes, from the very whippersnapper size bikes to the slightly bigger kid bikes as well. And for us, it's put on a show, a spectacle that people will be raving about, but it's also getting people keen about getting involved in bikes. Of course, they're not going to be freestyle motocrossing to that level straight away. But if we can offer them opportunity and the incentive and the passion that we have to get involved in it in a safe and fun environment, then that's what it's all about for us. And that's what it's all about this show as well. And I'm sure you guys too, always thinking about how can we get more people into riding bikes and doing it safely and in the right way, because it is a lot of fun.
Oh, it is absolutely amazing. So obviously you've been here for most of the time. Have you had a chance to look around the show yet?
Yeah, so I'm these guys here, the Arena Sports Live crew, who do this and Arenacross and all our shows. We've got the Experience Adventure Arena over there,
seen that, yeah.
which is this mini trail setup and these beautiful trails adventure bikes, courtesy of Honda, Yamaha, Royal Enfield, and Triumph. And you can go and try those bikes for free. You just need a full license to get stuck in. And brand new bikes, expert tuition, little track to yourself, all for free. So that's over there, and I've been hosting a bit over there as well.
Awesome.
Been roaming around a few of the stands. I've done a little bit with work. I've done a bit of work with Harley in the past.
Nice.
I've raced some flat track this year, the first year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
On a Harley 750.
But that was fun.
Twin. Oh my gosh. It was amazing, scary and amazing at the same time,
Yeah,
but absolutely loved it. An event called Dirtquake, and then was lucky enough to have a couple of Harleys to play around on this summer, and then working with all the other brands, like the guys on the Experience Adventure stand as well. It's cool that there is so much more of a community in bike riding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because lots of people, I'm sure, do go out for a Sunday drive in the car, but not as many people as just go out for a ride on your bike, making any excuse to go to the shops for some milk on your bike. That's what I've realised since getting into bike riding. Any excuse to get out there.
Oh, yes.
Because it's fun. It's amazing.
Oh, we can all relate to that, definitely. Yeah. Okay, last thing. Highlight of the show so far.
Highlight of the show so far. Well, I mean, it's the racing between our two motor trials riders. It's awesome because it's a bit comedy at the same time, because we're pitching them against each other and separating the crowd against each other. There's been a few wobbles and a few crashes, them almost running into me every single time they get to the top of the container where they do the finish line thing.
They do it on purpose, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all scripted. That's right. I love the freestyle motocross guys. Don't want to sell them short because they're incredible. I don't know how they do what they do. So no, I can't forget how. You're not going to pin me down on one highlight. Our show is the highlight.
There we go. That's all that matters. Right, listen, Matt, thank you very much for your time. Really
Pleasure.
Appreciate it. And thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your show.
And see you at Arenacross.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, we're here with Steve from the Suzuki stand. Steve, tell us a bit about Suzuki and what you're doing here today.
So my name's Steve, I'm here from Suzuki GB, working the whole of the NEC show. Lots for people to come and see and do on the Suzuki stand. So in our feature area, we've got Barry Sheen restoration going on. So the guys from our vintage parts team have amassed one of the best collection of Sheen bikes that we've ever had in the UK. And we've got some of the original mechanics that used to work with Barry that are stripping and rebuilding some of these iconic bikes and then starting them up, as we've just heard a moment ago. So yeah, quite an amazing thing to see. As well as that, on the feature stand we've got some of our Team Classic Suzuki bikes as well. So bikes like the Katana, some of the bikes that go out and do the Isle of Man Classic TT as well, all livered up in their nice Team Classic colours. We've also got some other bikes to do with our vintage programme. We've got the TL1000 that was rebuilt from parts a couple of years ago, and we've actually got a DRZ 800 that's been lovingly restored as well on the stand as well, just highlighting all the parts that are still available for these older bikes. Reason for having the DRZ 800 is because our new model, moving on to the main product stand, is the new V-Strom 1050 and V-Strom 1050 XT.
Really looks good.
So that's one of our main highlights. It's been one of the biggest draws to the stand. So these are our two new models going into 2020. So full redesign, more powerful engine, lots of electronics. So lots of excited V-Strom owners and other people that look like they're going to join the Suzuki family. Beyond that, we've got the MotoGP show bike. So just highlighting Alex's great year in GP with 2 wins and a big win at Silverstone. So nice for us in the UK. We've also got the Hawk BSB Superstock bike of Richard Cooper as well for people to see. Again, just celebrating Richard's fantastic win in the Superstock class this year. And beyond that, just the rest of the range for people to come and sit on, talk to us about, get a little bit of information on. And then beyond the stand, we've got some of our 125s available in the tri-ride area. So if people have never ridden a bike before, they can throw a leg over a GSX-S 125 as long as they're 16 or above, get their first experience of motorcycling and hopefully join this wonderful industry. And for people that have got full licences, we've got some of the key models from our range available for test ride as well.
Excellent. Must have been the GSX 125. That's brilliant. It's nice to see that the newer bikes, people coming new into fresh into the motorcycle world, if you like, they've got some really good looking bikes to work on, and that's a real nice one that's been released, which is fantastic. Yeah,
it was a nice addition to the range a couple of years ago for us. In recent years, not necessarily famed for our smaller capacity machines, but with the introduction of the S125 and the R125, like you say, just a great opportunity either for a commuter bike for more experienced riders, but again, trying to inject some new blood into the industry. I think motorcycles in general, as well as being great fun, is a really good answer to like our congested cities and just transport in general. Just trying to encourage people to see that as an option rather than just immediately jumping in cars, and it's potentially a life-changing experience of how fun bikes can be and getting into motorcycling.
Absolutely, that's what we're all here for. Listen, Steve, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate you coming to speak to us. Come and see the Suzuki stand, guys, in Hall 4, and enjoy the rest of your show. Thank you, Steve. Cheers. I'm here with Craig from the Kawasaki stand. Craig, how are you enjoying the show, and what you got here to show us?
It's all going well. I mean, we're halfway through the week, broken the back of it now, but we've got the busiest stint coming up.
Yes,
so,
of course.
Yeah, first weekend really good, and the weekdays, which sometimes are quiet. I mean, we're now towards the end of the day, but it's been really positive, really positive.
Excellent. And you've got some fantastic bikes on display here today. So just talk us through some of the big ones, the ones that are pulling everyone in.
Yeah, well, we put the flow of traffic's going to come from this hall over here, so we put all of the new product with the exception of the W800 on here, so it's going to be a big list, but basically Z650, Ninja 650, Z900, Ninja 1000 SX, and then at the top of the ladder is the one that's spinning on the turntable behind us, which is our supercharged bike, which is a 1000cc supercharged 200 horsepower beast called a ZH2.
It does look amazing. I must admit, I sat on it earlier on today, and it's so comfortable as well for something that's so brutal and aggressive. It's very comfortable, very capable bike. Have you had to go on it yourself? What do you think?
I have, yeah. We were really lucky. We get to ride the bikes before they break cover.
Of course.
And I rode it at a test circuit. And I suppose the interesting part of it, it's not the intimidating, scary animal that you might think a naked 200 horsepower bike would be. So if you ride it, let's say normally, it's easy to get on with. You don't need to be, a high-level advanced rider. It's a relatively easy bike to ride. Changes direction well, and the but comes when you use that throttle. You twist it hard in second, third, fourth gear, and you'll just giggle. But the horizon comes up pretty quick.
That's incredible. Yeah. Have you had a good look around the show as well? Have you seen anything else you like the look of? Anything else that's caught your eye?
I've seen one thing on one of the other manufacturers' stand, who I'm not going to mention, that we might steal their idea. They've got a really good dealer locator, and it's fully illuminated. And you press the button that's nearest the town that you think you're at, and it lights up and says, this is where your dealer is, and this is who they are, this is their number.
That's quite cool.
So I think we're going to take that and maybe try and steal it.
You saw it here first, guys. No, that's brilliant. Listen, thank you very much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have a look at the bikes and the stand, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much. Cheers. guys, I'm here with Richard on the Honda stand. Richard, how are you finding the show, and what sort of bikes you brought with you today to talk about?
Okay, first of all, thank you very much indeed. I've got a lot of new products on the stand. Essentially, we've got the new CRF 1100 Africa Twin,
yes,
in various models, so that's been a good start for us. We got that into dealerships already in terms of demonstrators. So we did our conference last Friday, so that was a great big launch point for us, and obviously the star of the show, which is new 5-blade.
Oh, it's stunning. Absolutely love it.
Straight out of the box, we're looking to obviously take that to BSB and on the roads, all from the UK, so that's going to be great for next year. Signed some new riders, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Absolutely.
So very excited about our new BSB and roads programme for 2019 into 2020. Goldwing, we've created a new area in the show.
Yes, the lounge, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Which is Goldwing specific. Wanted to lift that. We've got this year we've created 14 new Goldwing specialist dealers. So Goldwing sold through those dealers. They will be able to provide demonstrators, so it's guaranteed they'll have demonstrators available, they'll have stock of bikes, and be able to give, if we like, a premium experience for customers who are purchasing something that we see as, class leading in terms of what it offers to customers.
It's stunning. I mean, I've always liked the Goldwing anyway, but I must admit the look of it now, it's very modern, it's very sleek and stylish, and it's an incredible bike. It always has been. It's been really up there. Okay, fantastic. And you've got some fantastic bikes on display at the moment. Which one's your favourite?
I guess ultimately I'm a bit of a Goldwing fan, if I'm honest.
That's all right. That's good.
But no doubt when we get the chance to get out on the 5-blade, then that'll get me revved up, so to speak.
Oh, you haven't had a go on it yet then?
No. It is literally fresh out of the box. These bikes came from EICMA. Friday we showed them for the first time to dealers, and then they were on the stand on the Saturday morning. So it literally is the first reveal at the show for 5-blade.
So it's the first time a lot of even the Honda guys have actually seen the bikes in front.
Totally, yeah. So we haven't even done product familiarisation courses yet with dealers.
Wow.
We'll get products in the spring.
Yep.
So March we'll start to see new 5-blade in showrooms. What we're really lucky, we're quite ahead of the game in terms of the new Africa Twin.
Yes.
We've got 4 derivatives of that bike, or 6 actually.
Wow.
So that's in showrooms already, and that's going to start sort of building in terms of what we've got available for customers. So a really exciting year for us for 2020. Not forgetting all our smaller bikes that we have within the range.
Yeah.
In 2019 we launched new CBR 650.
Yes.
Those bikes have been steadily away for us this year in 2019, and will continue to grow for us again. So I can't help but mention our off-road school with Dave Thorpe,
of course,
and the experiences that we offer, as well as Ron Haslam Race School, which is well worth getting involved in.
Absolutely.
And then also, if you look at our new to bike offering as well, so if you're interested in getting on a bike, our Just Ride program and the Honda School of Motorcycling, we do offer some great packages there in terms of, if you're new to it, you can get £500 off a bike if you take your licence through with us, and that hopefully will pay towards your getting your licence. So some good offers that you can go and get out of our couple of platforms, either honda.co.uk or Engine Room, as we call it, which is another platform for social media and stuff like that. So all available through Twitter and the usual sort of
all the
social media, exactly, as you'd expect. So it's great privilege to have the chance to have a chat with you guys. So thank you.
Listen, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Yeah, and you.
All right. Okay, guys, we're here with Charlotte and Will on the Ducati stand. How are you finding the show, guys?
Crazy busy, really, really good. Lots of good reception on all the new bikes at the moment. So yeah,
absolutely.
Can't go wrong. Yeah.
Absolutely. What's your favourite bike you got here at the moment then?
It has to be the Monster 821. At the moment we've got the Stealth Edition, so as you can see it's got a very, very nice black on black design. Pop on down and see us, and we will surely have a chat with you about all our lovely models this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've seen the Multistrada, that's a bit of a facelift, is that right?
Yeah, so the Multistrada 1260 GT has just been announced. Obviously new for 2019 was the, 2018 sorry, was the 1260. So GT just adds to it. You get a really nice livery. You get the spotlights, touring pack, heated grips, and a fuelless keycap all thrown in. So it's about 19.2, so not that much more than a 1260S. But yeah, everyone seems to really like the design, and it's been real popular today.
Brilliant. And the Ducati stand this year is brilliant. You've got some of the original bikes over there, some of the really old school ones, some of the celebration models, and you've got the V4 engine. That V4 engine is phenomenal. Have you had a go on it yourself?
It's outstanding. So the V4 Panigale I've rode quite a bit, and I love it. It's so flexible. If you still like your V-twins, it's still got that kind of lumpy idle, and it's going to appeal to like the old school Ducati guys, but it's just breathtaking. Awesome engine.
Superb. Have you had a good look around the show as well?
I haven't managed to get off the stand, unfortunately.
That's all right, that's all right.
We've been just a little bit too crazy busy. A lot of attention, especially on our new V4 Street Fighter.
Yes. No, absolutely. That's one I'm hopefully looking forward to have a go on myself. But that's brilliant. Charlotte, well, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the show and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay guys, we're here with Colin from MAG. Colin's going to give us a bit more information about what MAG is and what the show's like for him at the moment. Colin.
Okay, yeah, I'm Colin Brown. I'm the Director of Campaigns and Political Engagement for the Motorcycle Action Group. We're the leading riders' rights organisation in the UK. Obviously we've got our stand here in Hall 4 at Motorcycle Live this week. What we are basically looking to do is increase the awareness amongst riders of what we do for them. The reality is that probably without organisations like the Motorcycle Action Group, motorcycling would be very different today if it even was still carrying on. So over the years we've had various campaigns about things like the 100 brake horsepower limit on motorcycles. We were obviously against that. The introduction of mandatory leg protectors on motorcycles, all these kind of strange, wonderful ideas that legislators think would be great for us, but we're not so sure about. So yeah, that's what we're here to do, make sure that motorcycling remains motorcycling.
Absolutely. Colin, thank you for that. And so, I mean, have you had a chance to have a look around the show today and have a good look around some of the stalls?
Yeah, like I say, it's always interesting to take a look around, understand what's new on the market, what's coming to the market. Obviously with the electrification of motorcycles these days becoming a major factor, it gives everybody a chance to have a look at what these things really are, and a lot of us are naturally petrol heads.
Absolutely.
We want to see our standard motorcycles remain on the roads as long as possible, but we understand that the electrification is probably the way things will go in future. So again, it's about making sure that the infrastructure is put in place for electric motorcycles, make sure that we're safe on the roads, and that basically motorcycling is accepted as a sensible mode of transport rather than something that needs to be legislated off the road.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Colin, listen, thank you to you and everyone at MAG. Thank you very much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. I'm with Peter from Helite. We're here at the Motorcycle Live Show, and tell us a bit about what you stand, what you're doing here.
Well, we're very fortunate to be the UK distribution for Helite, which is a French brand. We're happy to report we've 6,000 customers now in the UK wearing airbag protection. Yep. 16 English police forces are wearing Helite airbag protection, and London Ambulance motorcycle paramedics. Okay. So the product is French product, but it's had a good uptake with the UK consumer. Airbags are incredibly important in a motorcycle accident. Absolutely. Because they've been mandatory in cars for 20 years, but if you fall off a motorbike at 40 or 50 miles an hour, you're in serious danger of damaging your internal organs or your external organs. Yep. This is a vest that's looked at the injury statistics that happen to motorcyclists and then give them the maximum protection for the minimum of cover. Okay. The ergonomics are very important in an air vest because you have to enjoy wearing it or you're not going to put it on. Yeah, absolutely. So an airbag product like this one, which is a lanyard-fired airbag, requires the lanyard to be fixed on your bike, James. It's going to go under the seat, on the frame bar or the seat post. Most people's concern when they're buying an airbag product, when they see a lanyard, is accidental inflation. Yes. They're concerned that they're going to climb off in the petrol station and activate the vest accidentally. Helite thought about that and put a 30-kilogram firing trigger on the airbag. Wow. Okay. So this doesn't go off in the petrol station when you forget to unclip it. Yep, okay. However, if you fall off a motorbike at any kind of speed, you need this product because this is what it's going to do. Bloody hell. It straightens out your spine. It supports the neck in the accident. It is critical that the neck is supported. The airbag on the chest is about your internal organs. Yep. They are the ones that get damaged in a high-speed trauma accident because there's too much shake and too much velocity. And the back protector on the Helite Turtle is like wearing approximately 50 motorcycle back protectors. Wow. Just a second. Hold that, James. Of course. Because I'm only going to hit you with... Yeah, I've just been hit with a baseball bat, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you can see, you don't feel the trauma because the hard shell is outside and the soft airbag is inside. That is why it's the Turtle model. So it's an outstanding safety product, being taken up by the consumer. It's great to show it at a venue like Motorcycle Live, where we get a captive market for basically a small French company with an excellent product. It really is, and I didn't feel a thing, honestly, on my back there.
That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for showing us the product today.
Pleasure.
And,
Thanks, James.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay.